This is Pong Part 3 and the last video for Pong. We're going to finish up today. Yesterday we had the ball moving. We checked to see if it hit the top or bottom. If it did, it changed direction. And we also checked to see if it hit a paddle, it changed direction. And if it went past the paddle on the right or left side, and the opposite player scores. So today we're going to do the other. We're going to code the other timer, and this lets us control the paddles. So underneath what we did yesterday, you're going to have to type. This is just a letting us close the game by hitting the escape key. So you're going to type this in manually. And if E dot, this is why you can't call any variables E, okay, or sender if you ever, but some people tried to do E a while back and they found they couldn't. This is why. So if E dot key value, right, what it does when a key is pressed, it sends a value. Each key has a value. And it's going to send that value back every time a key is pressed. And it's going to send that value. If that value is keys.escape, right? In other words, if it's the escape key, then we're going to say me.close, which is the code in order to close your form and close the program. End if and then end sub. So that's what this does. So now we're going to do timer 2. To get to timer 2, we're going to code timer 2. I keep saying do, code it. You're going to go back to your form, double click timer 2, and then it'll get you here. You're going to see this, right? And then you're going to see end sub, and we're going to put the code in between. And then you see this. So we're going to put this code in there. Again, comments are here to tell you what we're doing. If you want to put them in, you can. You don't have to. So remember way back in video 1, we put this code up top here. We're basically declaring our function get async key state, and that's going to let us kind of attach, quote unquote, the keys to our program. So here we're going to say this is how we're going to move paddle 1 up, the left paddle, with a press Q. So if get async key state has to be exactly like this, right? Same thing here. None of this can be, in other words, can't put a lowercase g here or a lowercase k. It's not going to work. Same here. So if get async key state and then keys.q, if they pressed Q, then I'm going to change the Y location of picture box 1, the left paddle, right? By subtracting 10, right, we're moving up. Y gets less. Because that corner over here, remember this is 0.0, this corner. So as we're going down, Y increases. And we're going to keep the X location here. Okay, for moving the left side down, the left paddle or player 1, if get async key state is keys.a, then we're going to add 10 to the Y and keep the X. That's all. Now we're not moving these left and right, just up and down. And here's paddle 2. If get async key state is the P key, then I'm going to do the same thing with the right paddle with its Y location. I'm just going to subtract 10. That means it's moving down. I'm sorry, moving up. And we're going to keep its current X location. Never moves left and right. And if get async key state is L, keys.L, then picture 2.location is going to be adding 10 to Y, keeping X. Now, don't forget, if you copy and paste these and you don't understand why they're not working, it's probably because you didn't change, picture box 2. Like if you copy and pasted this guy and you forgot to change these picture box 1s, picture box 2s. And that's it. That's your program. If you can't get it running, you can show me your code. Okay, just do your best. If you don't get it exact, I'm not going to give you a 0 or anything. So that is Pong, written in Visual Basic.